18 matches. They went on to win that one 1-0 against Angers. False start to the second half at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Coleman does now get things going. Bayern Munich 0-0 against Paris Saint-Germain. PSG winning the treble this season, the league, the cup, and the Champions League as well. The first time a French club has achieved that feat. Bayern finishing 13 points clear of Leverkusen at the top of the Bundesliga.
Substitution for
Pacho down the left side finds Mendes. Picked up by Boué here. Now it's Harry Kane down the line for Boué. He get a second chance to try and play this one into the box. Gnabry. Pavlovich won't get there.
Well, Sporting Director Christoph Reutz speaking with Anita Jones at halftime, and his quote, "It doesn't look good for Jamal Musiala."
Kvaratskhelia turns against Boué and is away into the Bayern half here. Support coming to the right. But Kvaratskhelia will try and make his way forward and win the free kick. Coleman racing back and gives away the foul. Anthony Taylor will want this one taken again.
Well, the updated formation for Vincent Kompany with the inclusion Sacha Boey on that right-hand side, Konrad Leimer, who started on the right, comes over to the left with the injury to Stanisic, and then Serge Gnabry starting this second half and replacing the injury to Jamal Musiala.
Neves, Vitinha, Hakimi there as well. Neuer marshals the wall. An early opportunity with a set piece here for PSG. Hakimi scoring in back-to-back games ahead of this quarter-final. Could well be Hakimi. Mendes is there as well. Not quite sure how to respond to that.
Yeah, wasted opportunity. Well, something that was planned straight off the training ground, little deception, laid off ball.
Someone should have told Mendes that was planned on the training ground. Didn't quite work for PSG. Who have found chances limited in this game so far. Kvaratskhelia through the middle. Barcola is in round the back. What a chance for PSG! Barcola denied by Neuer. A huge stop from the veteran German keeper. Barcola in one-on-one and couldn't find the goal to give PSG the lead. Now played back towards the edge of the area. Kvaratskhelia couldn't get there, and Elise will look to bring it away. Boué giving chase, but it's straight through to Neuer.
Well, he's in behind 1v1 with the goalkeeper, and it's easy to say maybe he shapes too early and shows his hand to go far post side net. Probably takes away from the quality of the save from Manuel Neuer. But what a missed opportunity for PSG to open up this scoreline.
Skelly blinked off Harry Kane. In fact, Anthony Taylor looking the other way. Vincent Kompany played at the World Cup in 2014 and in 2018 as Belgium finished third.
Yeah, one of the most dominant center backs to ever play the game. He was phenomenal in his prime.
Back to Neuer. Pavlovic. Now Tar. It's Neuer's third save of the game. Donnarumma has 2 so far through 50 minutes.
No, we haven't seen the type of dominance we've seen for the previous 4 matches by PSG. But in those transition moments, soft turnovers in midfield, something that Bayern Munich has to be acutely aware of.
Mendes down the left side. Kvaratskhelia against Boe. Well, Boe went down. Kvaratskhelia not happy at all with the fact that he went down like that. Didn't think there was anything in the challenge here.
Keep an eye, the touch. And he's incidentally caught him on the back of the Achilles. And that's where the foul has been judged by the referee. But those tight lines at full speed, 2 players leaning on one another, great skill from Kvaratskhelia.
We mentioned the first half, Kvaratskhelia was having some joy down that left side, more so when he was going up against Upamecano. Obviously they've switched Lima now to the other side, who had been getting forward down that right touchline. Boe's now in there as well, but that will still be a key part here for Bayern Munich to defend against Paris Saint-Germain.
But it's certainly risk versus reward, because both outside backs have tried to step forward, help in possession going forward, but then that leaves transition opportunity in moments for PSG to capitalize.
Okay, all over Fabian Ruiz there. Ruiz with a goal and assist in the tournament so far. Marquinhos all the way back towards Donnarumma.
Well, let's see if Serge Gnabry can mimic some of the press that we saw from Musiala.
Coutinho. All the way to Gnabry. Donnarumma seems to be getting booed whenever he's on the ball. It wasn't his fault, the incident with Musiala. There's nothing he could really do. Musiala off injured at half-time. Fabian Ruiz inside. Comes back towards Mendes down the left. Bartle making a run forward there. Mendes goes down just outside the box. Harry Kane turns. Played in towards Coleman. Bayern Munich through. It's Kingsley Coleman for Bayern and fires straight at Donnarumma.
Well, there's 2 moments. One for PSG, Nuno Mendes gliding forward, looking to split the center backs. And then the opposite counter-attacking opportunity for Kingsley Coleman. Right into the hands of Donnarumma. But what that play doesn't show was Harry Kane in the opposite direction. Here's Nuno Mendes, takes the touch, ball gets away, takes the bump from Pavlovic. I think it's a fair challenge as he goes to ground, trying to draw the attention of Anthony Hudson. Or excuse me, Anthony Taylor. But Luke, back to that Kingsley Coleman. Harry Kane is one of the best in the world and has been for the past 7 or 8 years in receiving the ball with pressure on his back. The technical ability to turn out of that pressure and then have the vision and technique and final ball pass to spring the transition moment.
Next Saturday, July 12th, the night before the FIFA Club World Cup final, DAZN delivers a huge night of boxing. Shakur Stevenson puts his WBC lightweight title on the line against unbeaten. Next Saturday, July 12th, the night before the FIFA Club World Cup final, DAZN delivers a huge night of boxing. Shakur Stevenson puts his WBC lightweight title on the line against unbeaten. Now at DAZN.com. whistle. Another free kick.
It's a tighter whistle, as we expected from Anthony Taylor in the second half. He allowed the game to find its own rhythm. Still hasn't shown a yellow card. Some of the smaller incidents quickly utilizing that whistle.
Almost 10 minutes gone in the second half. Still no goals for these two European powerhouses. Kimmich standing over the free kick. Tar on the left side of the box, Meccano on the right. Kimmich goes wide towards Coman, up against Doué. Coman clips this one in. Tar couldn't get there. It was a good header away by Pacho. Doué cushions it backwards. Lima with a lovely ball through for Gnabry, and then he really couldn't quite deliver the ball he wanted into the boxes. Coutinho was able to get the block in. PSG pushing away down that right side. And this is Doué, who's fouled, or is he? Throw is the decision given by Anthony Taylor. He's not been in the game much, has he, Doué?
Well, he's playing in that central role with Barcola on his right-hand side at times, and then switching out to this right-hand side with Barcola going centrally. Ousmane Dembele available off the bench. And a lot of people think that he's going to be the player that's going to lift the Ballon d'Or when it's all said and done at the end of this season. Pacho's been fantastic at releasing and doubling up.
Good. Now Olise. Meccano under pressure there from Mendes. Turns all the way back towards Neuer. Olise will chase. Olise against Pacho by the corner flag. Kimmich finds Tar.
Yeah, how clean is Joshua Kimmich on the ball? He's such a well-rounded footballer.
Coman down the line, up against Hakimi. Coman swings this one in towards the back post. Gnabry went down in a challenge with Pacho.
Yeah, very similar to the challenge we saw Meccano in that first half in the opposite direction. There's always going to be heavy physicality and shoulder-to-shoulder bumps with the center backs in their defensive third.
Olise through for Harry Kane. Lovely little run from Kane, who stands at the back post. The header from Coman is wide, and he'll get a corner.
Harry Kane is so elite with how quickly he shuffles the ball from one foot or the other. Maybe he doesn't have the pace to pull away, but the skill to just offset the defender's balance, hooks this ball up, and I wonder if Hakimi's run. And as he flares out, Kingsley Coman doesn't get the end of it. Here's the bump. Yeah, it's very similar to what we saw in the first half with Meccano in the opposite direction.
Bayern's third corner of the game. Joshua Kimmich goes across to take it. Towards Tar at the back post, and then a header across goal that Ruiz to get it away. Skelly chasing to the near side, but picked up there by Coman. Now it's Olise. Doué did well to get back. Skelly trying to get forward, but Meccano is able to recover. Gnabry goes all the way back towards Neuer. Lima. Kane trying to get on the end of that one, pushing it down for Gnabry. Pacho is fouled.
Oh, he's not the same player as Musiala, nor do we expect him to match the same playing profile of Musiala, but Serge Gnabry is still a player that can cause you a bunch of problems. And unintentional as he catches the inside of the right ankle of Pacho on that secondary challenge off the shoulder of Harry Kane.
The first Ecuadorian player in PSG history. Played every minute of all 4 games for his country at the Copa America here in the US last year. Mendes chasing, can't keep it in play.
Yeah, what does it say in the 60th minute? That it's Michael Elise that's tracking the run step for step with Nuno Mendes. It's incredible that these players, the physicality of going through 60-some games and counting at this stage of the season, and not just the physical side, Luke, but the mental strength to be locked in.
Left couldn't find Lima. Both of these sides only had 1-0 all season long. PSG at Auxerre, Bayern at Leverkusen. With half an hour of the 90 to play, nothing to separate them here in Atlanta. Pacho plays it back towards Donnarumma. Luis Enrique yet to make a change for PSG. 2 enforced changes made by Vincent Kompany. Here's one of them, Gnabry over halfway. Nice Coleman. The other first half substitute, Boué down the right side. Olise running at Mendes. Olise cuts inside. Olise curling towards goal, but straight at Donnarumma.
Well, and similar to what we saw in the first 45 minutes, nothing's changed for both outside backs.
Gnabry here inside the box. Can't find a way through. Neves got a touch to it. Mendes hammers the diagonal ball away. And Doué chasing down the right side, waiting for support. Barkla coming into the middle now. Doué running at Lima. Doué to the byline, pulls it across goal. And Barkla wanted it played a little further backwards at the front post.
This ball is just a dime of 60 yards on a frozen road. Finds Doué. He's isolated 1v1 with Lima. Keep an eye on Barkla. This run from Jonathan Tah. The center back reads this perfectly. He's just read Barkla. Barkla can't get internal. Then he hesitates trying to get to the near post. Opposite direction before the transition moment. Olise gets at his left on his more preferred and into the hands and body of Donnarumma.
Doué's throw down the line. Kimmich heads forward. Pacho back towards the edge of the area. Down by Upamecano. Gnabry. The long ball downfield. Coleman will chase, but Hakimi the favourite. Moroccan international able to get it back towards Donnarumma. Marquinhos. Now Hakimi. Doué inside for Vitinha. Closed down quickly by Kimmich. Barkla chasing. Neuer calm and composed, as you would expect. Away by Tah. Ruiz brings it down in the midfield and finds Pacho. Barkla making more appearances this season for PSG than Fabian Ruiz. This is his 59th appearance of the campaign. Vitinha on the ball. Forward there, getting the block in.
Again, it's very similar to what we saw in match day 5 back in November. Doué, as he dances, he plays it across the front of the 6 in front of the goalkeeper. Barkla was looking for that cutback right around the penalty spot.
Back by Doué, and the challenge there with Mendes. Kimmich. Mendes wriggles free. He gets the free kick.